What's happening? Hey, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a waterproof in the middle of the summer, well, actually toward the end of the summer, it's because I'm in England, man. Manchester, England. The night before I fly out of here, and I just wanted to get as many of these blogs in as I could, kind of tell you guys about my trip. Here's an experience I had that really blessed me this week. I did 2 camps here, one on the Isle of Man, which is an island off the coast of England. It's its own country. It's not even part of England. And then I did a camp in Malvern, which ended today. And I want to tell you guys about a kid named Max. Max is 11 years old, and if I have a picture of him, I'll throw it up on the blog when I post this video. But Max is 11 years old. He's from Germany. His native tongue is German, obviously, and his one of the languages he speaks is English. I'm not sure where it falls, whether it's 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th. Here's what I do know was that he attempted to do at NBC camp, which is a basketball camp that I work with pretty regularly in the summer. He attempted to attain the highest award you can get at a camp. Now, let me tell you why it's significant. To get this award, it's called the Golden Ruler. And the founder of NBC Camps created this award that really is the embodiment of selflessness and sacrifice and learning how to do something extraordinary, something that's kind of champion-like. Let me tell you a little bit of what it entails. You know, during the week, there's always a theme to NBC Camp, and this week their theme was electric. Actually, this summer they had a theme of electric, but it wasn't just electric. They had sub-components, like, you know, sub-themes, if you will. And so the first night was electric potential, then it was electric power, then it was electric perspective, and then on the last day it was electric purpose. And these are abstract ideas, you know. These aren't the kind of things that usually a little kid can really conceptualize, you know. But let me get back to the Golden Ruler Award. Literally, if you get the award, you get this gold ruler. It's pretty weighty. I'm pretty sure it's not made of gold, but I've seen them, and what they represent is just the highest standard you can possibly live to during a week of NBC Camp. And not only then, but also in your life. I mean, last week there was a girl who got the award. She tried 3 times to get this award in the past, and she was so overcome with emotion when she finally got it last week. She just burst into tears and she couldn't stop crying. But what you have to do is, you know, during the week you have to write reflections on how you're processing, understanding the theme for the week, or for the sub-theme of the day. So if today's theme is electric purpose, you know, you've got to journal about that every day. You've got to write several essays. You've got to do acts of service. You've got to read scripture verses, passages. Whether you're a good writer, a good reader, bad, it doesn't matter. The requirements are immense, and here's why they're immense. Because the kids at NBC basketball camp, man, they play basketball all day long. They get in at least 6 to 7 hours of basketball a day, if you exclude lunch and dinner. Then they have an evening program. I mean, their day starts at about 6:40. We wake them up. We knock on the doors like the police, man. Get them out of bed. They get ball handling in before they even eat breakfast. 30 minutes from 7 to 7:30. Bam. They got breakfast from 7:30 to about 8:30. Then they're in the gym, knocking out drills and fundamentals and skill work. A lot of the unpopular stuff, you know. Then we're playing games in the afternoon after lunch. I mean, it's a full day, and even if you're a kid with energy, it's tiring. So this 11-year-old Max decided to step up to the plate. He ended up being one of 2 people who actually attempted this feat at all. Now, I'm going to tell you off the bat, he didn't get the award. Very few people get the award. But here's what blessed me. I was his mentor, and this 11-year-old, he would come and find me every day. And when are we meeting? When are we meeting? Can we meet at lunch? I think I understand today's sub-theme. I will write about it, and you can look at my notes at lunchtime, or you can look at my notes at dinner time. He was the most proactive 11-year-old I've ever seen. He sat there like a distinguished gentleman with a cup of hot chocolate, you know, and a coffee mug while he wrote his thoughts in this tablet that we gave him. You know, he made mistakes. He's a little kid, you know. He got caught up with a couple of boys who were doing some pranks one night, and I had them all in the hallway doing push-ups. I did. And, you know, he kind of had this look on his face like I wasn't really involved, but he didn't really dispute it. He had a kind of an uncanny or really an unmistakable integrity about him even at 11. And what blessed me was that he was consistent Monday through Friday of camp. And when we got to the end of camp today, we had a closing ceremony, which we always do at NBC. And there's probably 100 parents in there watching what's going on. And 2 kids stand up when they announce Golden Ruler, honorable mention, if you will, because neither one of them got it. They didn't get the award. There was another young lady who attempted it. I mean, valiant effort, but you have to pass the exam with 90%. And that's difficult in and of itself, not to mention finding the time during the week to do acts of service and actually write and journal and staying up till, I mean, they don't get any sleep. If you're doing Golden Ruler, you're up all night, every night, it seems. You know, they're probably averaging 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and then they do basketball all day. But when Max stood up at the closing ceremony, when they announced his name, this dude had the biggest smile on his face. I had already told him in a nutshell, kind of in succinctly, had kind of given him, I wanted to prepare him because I knew he wasn't going to get the award this time. But the funny thing was, he didn't even care. He said to me in his broken English, you know, he said, what is the Golden Ruler Award? He's like, I know what Golden Ruler is, but I didn't know you get an award. What does it look like? How do you get it? He was doing all this work, and he wasn't doing it for a prize, man. He was getting after it. Meeting with me, being mentored. How many of us seek out mentors and ask them, hey, where are you going to be? I just want to be near you. I just want to shadow you. I just want to watch what you do. I just want to learn. I want to be able to ask you a question if I have a question. I want to be able to get the most out of camp, you know, or the most out of my job, whatever the case may be. How many of us are that tenacious? This was an 11-year-old kid. Oh, and I didn't mention to you, he and his big brother came all the way from Germany themselves. Parents did not escort them. They came all the way to Malvern, England on their own. They flew here, then they took the train to camp, and the brother is under 18, you know, and then he had his little brother Max with him. And they were phenomenal. So Max stood up, and I just saw a sense of accomplishment on his face. He was smiling big, and you know what? Here's what blessed me the most. He looked right over at me as if to say thank you for allowing me to participate in this process. I didn't do it for a thank you, man. You know, I told myself before camp, because I don't always feel like I give my best. I'm sure you feel the same way. I just wanted to come, and I said, I just want to exhaust myself. When I came to England this time around, as excited as I was, my wife couldn't be with me, so I was a little bummed out about that. I was very bummed about that, to tell you the truth, man. It was not cool. But I said, man, God, if you could just give me the strength, help me to give my best. And I felt like the first week I held back and I didn't give my best quite the same way. But when Max looked over at me, I said, you know what? I gave something significant this week, I think. You know, not to pat myself on the back and do all that deal. I just felt like here's a young man who even at 11 understands the value of a mentor. He understands the value of guidance and the value of a sixth man and having an advantage to life. He's curious. He knows he doesn't understand it all. He knows that he's not able yet to write 3 essays because he can't even write 1. English isn't his first language, but I could understand what he was writing, and he was trying, and he was just one of the most. It was as if he was developing the habit of proactivity so early in life that it's about to be the stamp of his character. It's going to be what defines him. He'll be so resolute and so interested in pressing on that nothing will stop this German kid. I mean, this little kid is he's absolutely amazing, and I know he's going to come back next year and he'll probably get the award if it takes him 3-4 times to do it, and he'll be one of the youngest people to ever do it, I'm sure. But he really blessed me, you know. I enjoyed him so much, you know. I'm glad to have met him. I feel like in a way my whole reason for being here was because of Max, you know. He gave me more than I could have ever given him, and just seeing him. So I don't know, that's one of the cool things. There's so many other cool things. Like I said, I'm going to continue to share them with you. But this is the last one I think I'll be able to do before I get on this plane. But Max, if you end up watching this somehow, man, God bless you. And you can message me and teach me how to say God bless you in German. And we'll leave it there. But I'll talk to you all next time. Sixthman.com. Basketball training is just an excuse to share my experiences with the world. But if you're interested in that, check me out. Real good workouts. I'm a killer out there, but at the same time, I teach you about life too, and like what I do, so that's all better too. Talk to you soon. Until then, I'll catch you when I'm stateside.